Okay, it looks like we are live. Hello, everyone. Thank you for being here. The Orb Sisters are in the house again.
Hey, hello everybody.
Yeah. Hey, Tracee. Good to see you again, my sister, my Orb sister.
Good to see you too, Orb Sister.
We are actual sisters. So
Yeah,
it's not just our moniker. Um, but yeah, we enjoy taking all kinds of, I guess we call them paranormal energy photos,
hmm
and uh, and kind of started a business with it because we created some oracle cards too, and that from some of our photos,
right.
just a few of them.
Just a few of
Yeah.
thousands and thousands.
So we thought this would be a good venue to share them. We do have a Facebook group called the Orb Sisters where you are welcome to share your photos as well, your energy photos and orb photos, because we get so much amazing stuff. We want to we want we want to be able to help people get their own photos because it's so amazing and it's really a lot of fun. We feel the connection, and we thought we'd have a theme each time we do this.
Right.
So,
And when I started, I didn't have any place to go to learn how to take orb photos.
mhm.
So I just did a lot of experimenting. So and shared that on my website. So it's great that I can, share what I've learned with others.
Right, and I learned so much. Even though I was taking orb photos for 20 years or so, I would just get a little orb, and I was so happy that I got an orb. And then Tracee started taking hers and getting amazing photos and getting all kinds of things that I never even heard of, like
Me
spirit mist,
neither.
plasma. I know, right? Plasma clouds. I'm like, wait a minute, how
Yeah.
come I'm not getting all this crazy stuff? And so she taught me a lot about interacting with them and how to get. And all you got to do is ask for it, and you'll get some good stuff.
Right.
Hmm. Yeah. So let me see. Oh, I need to pull up the chat here, see if anyone. Uh, Aisha, hello. Hello, beautiful lady. She says, hello, good to see you. Yeah, haven't seen you in a long time. Good to see you. Let's see here. So go ahead and say hello. We would love to hear your comments. Good to see you, Facebook user. Thanks for being here. Let me get. Okay. Whoops. Okay. So yeah, we'd love to hear your or see your comments, and as we go, as we present what we call faces and beings, sentience. I mean, there's just so much around us since the camera can see through the what our physical senses can capture. We there's just so much around us, just big soup of of beings,
Yeah. Yeah.
of intelligence.
Feeling Orby.
Nice. Hey, Carissa. Yeah. So, Tracy, you want to explain a little bit about what the camera can see that we can't see for those who maybe are new to this type of thing?
Sure. Well, what I discovered is that orbs exist in the infrared spectrum. So that's why the majority of us cannot see them with the naked eye. Some people can if they change their vibration or have that ability. Yeah, I'm not sure how to do it. Haven't figured that one out yet. But some people can. Um, So orbs show up on digital cameras and also on security cameras that capture infrared. So if you have a security camera, I would recommend maybe watch it, and you can see them a little bit easier at night when it rains, especially, or even if there's fog. Or I've noticed that they move very quickly in fog, so that's something you could look into. But that's what I discovered, and certain cameras take better orb pictures than others. So the one that we like the most is the Nikon Coolpix S100, and you can get one of those on eBay for about $50. I wouldn't pay more than that for it. So I have about 4 or 5 of those, and I think Sharon does too.
Yeah,
So
3, I
that's our
think. Yeah.
favorite. So it seems to work the best for what we're looking for, and you always want to have the flash on because they use the flash to manifest. So that's pretty much it. It's a lot of fun, and we do love taking pictures in the rain.
We do. And I wouldn't have thought of taking pictures in the rain until Tracy started experimenting. She
Hmm.
could get, and we do wipe our lens quite often. Just and you get to where you can tell the difference between raindrops and actual energies, sentient
Yes,
energies, that type of
yes.
thing.
And
It
that's
doesn't
why you
take
don't want
long,
to pay a lot for a camera because
right?
you've got it out in the rain. Yeah,
Yeah,
gone through a lot of cameras.
right. And and another thing we've mentioned before, and we want to mention it again, is that when you are interacting with these energies, because they love to play with you, it's very uplifting. You feel that
Mhm.
um, energy and that light, that type of energies. It fills you up, and it makes you pretty giddy, and along with the negative ions of the rain that make you feel good anyway, also the energies of the beings that you're interacting with just lift you up. So it feels really good. So don't be afraid to get out in the rain.
Right. And it's a communication.
Yes.
So you're
Yeah.
interacting to and communicating with them
Hmm.
um, in a lot of different ways. So
Right.
it's
Right.
pretty amazing.
It's a lot of fun.
Yep.
So when we hear it raining, we it's either calling us, so we run out there. We got to get our gear on, but
Yeah.
it's almost like, oh gosh, I feel guilty if I'm right out there taking pictures because I feel
Yes,
like.
I've been known to get up at 3 o'clock in the morning and go out and take pictures in a downpour. So,
And the harder it rains, it seems like the better energies you get.
right.
Yeah. Okay, so let's get started here. And so we just put a few together because, like Tracy mentioned, we have thousands and thousands of photos. So we put some together um, that we thought that you would enjoy. Okay, of the thousands and thousands of photos we have, and it doesn't mean you're always going to get this kind of stuff. So another thing I want to mention is that just keep snapping, keep taking
Mhm.
photos. Just we'll easily take a couple hundred photos in one sitting, in one sitting of photo shoot. So just keep snapping because you're not always going to get them right away, and the more the more that you develop a relationship with the energies around you and that type of thing, then because we just get these in our backyard usually, mostly,
Yep.
and the more visitors you'll have, visitations, that kind of thing, the more they'll be attracted to you being out there. Then they'll know you're out there,
Yep.
and they do play with you and they pose.
Yep. They do.
It's fun. It's fun stuff. Okay, here we go. Share screen. Let me make sure that Hmm, I don't see it. Chrome tab. Okay.
We did do a trial run.
We did a trial run. We did. I swear. Uh, all right. All right, Tracee. Why don't you go ahead and talk a little bit while I find
Okay.
there. Oh, that's not it. Okay. Yeah.
Well, one thing that I've discovered is that believing is seeing, because when I first discovered there was such a thing as a plasma cloud or a light wave, some people call them um, spirit mists, that type of thing. I looked online and saw some photos of them. And then once I decided these, are something that I could maybe capture with my camera, I asked for one and it showed up. And Sharon did the same thing. When I started discovering them, she wanted to get one and she asked for them and they showed up. Oh, there it is.
Yes.
Well,
That's a really good point. That's
ask
a
and
really
you
good point.
shall receive.
That's right. That's a really good point. Ask and you shall receive because it does happen.
Yeah.
All right. So you can see it.
Yes.
Okay. Can you see the comments, Tracee?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Click on the chat, maybe on your side, on the toolbar on the side. Maybe might be able to see the comments or
Oh,
the
there
chat.
it is. Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
And just make sure. Can someone let us know if they can see it or not? If you can see the chat.
I just see the private chat.
Oh, okay. All right. Let me go. Okay. Well, hopefully everyone can see it.
I think the chat, maybe it just pops up when somebody types something.
Okay. Well, I put that up there, but
Oh, okay.
on the right-hand side, where you can see it. If you go to the right-hand side up top, it'll say, it'll give you choices. One of them is
Okay,
chat.
I'm in full screen. That's why I can't see it. Okay, now I'm good.
Okay.
Yep.
So everyone can, does anyone made a comment that they can see it or not? Because I can only see.
Yep, they said they can see it.
Yay, yay. Okay. And we're off. All
Okay.
right. So we are presenting Faces and Beings, and this is Tracee's photo, which is gorgeous. Okay. Here's mine, which this is one of the clearest faces I had in the very beginning. It was I guess what we call a spirit mist. And it was over my house. And it was when I first started um, taking this type of photography seriously. And I thought that was pretty crazy. And here's the original. If you can see my mouse with the face up here, the top of the house. Can you see, Trace, my mouse?
Yep. Uh-huh.
Okay.
Which shows you how you really need to study your photos because you can see how small that is.
Yeah. And it seems like the really small energies are the most concentrated, or if that
Correct.
makes any
Yeah,
sense.
I found that too.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you get some really clear stuff. And this one, yeah, and what I've noticed is sometimes you have to back away from them in order to see
Hmm.
them. So I see this person with hair, face, collar in here, and this jacket. It looks like a one of those cameo types of photos where
Hmm.
I don't know, it might be male or female, I don't know, but it looks like bald here and hair here, definitely hair here with the side view. And I thought, and that was one of those really tiny orbs. And when I zoomed in, I could see that being very clearly, that
Yep.
human. Yeah. And I was playing John Lennon Imagine. I asked John Lennon to appear, and I saw this orb, which, and that's another thing, when you analyze your photos afterwards, you'll get intuitions about them. And you'll know, hey, that feels like this, right? And I can imagine that his energy would be purple, that color. And when I had the feeling of it, I went and looked up some photos of him, and I'm like, "Oh my gosh, it looks just like this with the eyes and the glasses, and his mouth is even open, and his hair around here." And I saw that really clearly.
Yeah, I can see
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
I didn't at first when he showed it to me, but
Uh-huh.
once I started kind of zoning in on it,
Right.
I could see it.
And you have to use your third eye sometimes with this. And I
Mhm.
found that the more I analyze these photos, the more I'm able to open my third eye.
Yep.
Yeah. And then Tracy's photo. You want to talk about this one, Tracy?
Um, yeah, can't really remember, but I think I was thinking about Van Gogh at the time. And this was a photo or an orb I got one night, and just immediately saw his face in it when I, put it on my computer. And it's one of those colors that Van Gogh uses a lot.
Yeah.
He uses purples and violets and that kind of thing. So, can you outline his
Yes.
portrait there, Sherry?
Right there. Can you see my mouse?
No,
You can't see my mouse. Okay.
no, that's okay.
Okay.
I think it's pretty prominent. You can see it. It's a
It's right
stain.
in, yeah, right in the middle here.
Yeah.
It's
Oh, now I
small,
can
but
see a mouse. Yeah.
okay. Yeah, right there in the middle. Yeah. And it's what's funny is we were talking about this is it looks just like his photo, and I believe that, and I'm pretty sure because it happens that they appear to us in a form that they know we will recognize in some type of artistic rendering of them or photo of them.
Right.
Yeah, to match that. Okay, so this is one of my favorite persons in the whole world. Um, is hopefully you can see this being right here. I'm totally enthralled with Prince, in in love, and I asked him to appear, and I saw that, and it took. Yeah, actually, I didn't see it right away, and I saw it later, and I got this intuition as I was going through my photos. Wait a minute, I think there's something in that one later because I'll look at him once, and then I'll go back and look at him again, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that's Prince. And so I found this photo that matches, I feel, very closely what I see, and these colors are like an indigo blue and purple, and with the hair, the high collar, what he's wearing, looking straight on just like this. Um, the cheeks, you can see the cheekbones right here, right?
Yep. Hmm.
Yeah, his eyes. I love that one. George Washington. I was talking to George Washington. This is a couple years ago. The founding fathers. I was talking to the founding fathers in meditation, and it wasn't but a week later, maybe I took this photo and look at these colors, and I'm like,
Hmm.
oh my gosh, I feel like I got him, George Washington, because I was looking at this one. I'm like, oh, I can see him. And then I found this photo, this drawing of him, and it looks very, very similar to that to me.
Yes, it does. I can see it.
Yeah.
Even I can see it. I'm not as good at looking, seeing faces.
And this one I thought was crazy because I wasn't asking for anything like this. But as I was looking at them, I saw what looked to me like a samurai felt like a samurai warrior with a helmet on. And I looked up samurai warrior type of headgear, and this is what found. And it looks just like this. And you can see, and he almost looks, and he looks um, Asian to me,
Mhm.
and there's a feel of to it too. But it looks like, yeah. So anyway, so I thought that was That was pretty cool.
Yeah. I never would have seen that in that orb.
Yeah. Do you see it now?
Yeah, I see it now. Yep.
And these, I just feel there's, I thought this was a being right here. It might be hard to see, but it just looks like a being looking at, with the shoulders and the head. But this one's pretty clearer too.
Hmm.
The face right here and the hairline, just looking at us. And my manted, which to me is pretty clear. You can even see
Yeah.
the eyes.
The
I don't
praying
know what to do
mantis.
with
Yep.
the, yeah, praying mantis or manted. Yeah, with the, um, yeah, it's, to me, that's pretty clear. Pretty cool looking. And this being, to me, I saw almost right, pretty much right away. And I was looking, I saw this face with extraterrestrial ET, whatever type of being, and blue, a blue, the blue mist. And it looks, it feels like a female that she's turned to look at me with the a pointy, kind of a pointy head with this type, almost like not well, I guess reptilian, but more um, amphibian or something looking. And you see the herd, right, Trace?
I see her, but now that I'm looking at it, she almost looks like Chewbacca.
Oh, yeah. Could be. Who knows? But like a stub nose right here, and then the mouth, and
Right.
yeah, she felt aquatic or I don't know, but yeah, could be some kind of a hairy creature.
Would be.
Who knows? And that was, to me, pretty obvious.
Yep.
Cobra. So, yeah, I mean, it's kind of self-explanatory. It's all the orbs around. I
Yeah.
love that one.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. And my fairy, it looks like she or he is tickling this winged being with the big wing here and the face. There looks like the fairy being is tickling this person being's under his chin or holding onto his beard or something. I don't know, but I think that's just really cool. And it looks like they're looking at me. The being right here is looking at the camera and smiling. And you feel the energies when you're taking these. It looks to me like they're posing,
It does. Yep.
right? And this one, you have to kind of sit back, but I see a child right here. Whoops, a child right there, and a male with a beard facing the profile of the male facing toward the child in some kind of a uh, craft, energy craft or something, or light craft, like misty craft right there, looking at the camera. And he's smiling.
Yeah.
And our angels, I love these. We get lots of these
Hmm.
angelic type energies. Another one.
And didn't one bright energy that you took, didn't it ruin your camera because it was so bright?
Yes,
Completely shut it down or
it, it
something?
did shut it down and it blew out my screen.
Right.
Yeah, it still works, but the screen is black. It was it was so bright that it blew out the the screen it was I guess it was like right in front of me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, they look bright on the photo, but when you're taking the photo, it's
Mhm.
even brighter.
Yeah. It's a little startling sometimes.
It is. Yep.
Yeah. Especially when you take a photo of the mist or something like that, and you see a being in the screen, or no, I'm not in the screen, but when you take the flash, when the flash highlights the cloud, the mist, and you see
Yeah.
a being there looking at you, standing there, or in front
Yeah.
of you, that's startling because you're seeing through the veil. The light is piercing the veil.
Right.
Yeah, what we call the veil. And these is just a little compilation of faces. This bald dude right here, which thought was pretty evident.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a face here, like a um, kind of tilted head, hair up here, the face, collar, human looking. And this looks like almost like a Gerber baby to me. A little bit of light here, right here. But this, I mean, look how bright this is with this. It looks like a baby looking out.
And we get those quite often where there's a dark spot in an orb, and there always seems to be some kind of face in it.
Yeah. I think it's a window. I believe that this is like a window type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Or this is the vehicle for to to pierce the veil, I guess.
Right.
Yeah. And then these beings are looking through the window or creating a window, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Okay. So here's a face right here. Is
Yeah,
it
you
right?
can see that pretty easy.
Yeah. And another one down here that's looking through. This was kind of wonky. It looks to me like it ear and hair, almost like what you would call like a mohawk type of haircut, and
Mm-hmm.
looking this way to the right. They're not always human looking. Okay, so this one I see is kind of blurry, but I see a head here, almost like what's his name in Star Trek? Worf.
Oh, yeah.
The shoulders right here, but it looks like he's um, got like a Chewbacca head or something right there.
Yep.
Yeah. And this being, I have no idea what this is. It looks like some kind of a, I mean, I don't know what a lot of them are, but some kind of reptile, a snake or something with the eyes here.
Has the slanted eyes.
Yeah. And the big dark eyes they're slanted up and a long neck. I mean, it could be distorted extraterrestrial, what we're normally seeing, but it looks like some kind of a reptile head or something with a long neck. And these do get distorted sometimes. It's hard to tell, but I see a couple of faces here.
Yeah, and the photos are much clearer when you're looking on the camera.
Yeah,
And once you download them to the computer, they lose a little bit of detail. But you can see a lot of detail when you're looking on the camera display as opposed to the downloaded version.
right. And you can, and I've noticed that when I have them in small scale on my computer or on the screen, yeah, on my computer, that I can see it better. It's clearer.
Right.
Yeah,
Yep.
see things, and you see much more in the picture. Yeah, I see a different thing here. I see his head is, sometimes I look at him like, wait a minute, I see something different. Eyes, nose, right here, kind of tilted head.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, with hair, kind of smiling. Yeah, and who I consider my Mother Mary photo. I love that one.
Yeah. That's amazing. The colors in it
Right.
are
Right.
so soothing.
Isn't it? It is. And this one looks like a light ship
Hmm.
with what it looks like a male to me and a couple of children right here with him. You can see the
Yeah,
face and the shoulders and the little kids right there. I see a lot of kids in these little ships right here
yeah.
with a parent, I guess, out tooling around
Who
in
knows what
their
they're doing?
little ship, their little car. Yeah,
Taking them to school or something, maybe.
I know, right? Yeah, right. Giving
Too
them a
many
ride.
questions. There's so many questions.
Yeah, totally. Giving them a ride to their galactic classroom. And I love this one. This is
Uh,
my nativity scene. It was right around Christmas. I think it was Christmas Eve when I took this or got this. And looks like Mother Mary, Joseph, and it looks like Joseph is holding a baby right here,
and a
right
snow globe.
in a snow globe. Yeah, yeah, and yeah. I mean, they're multi-layered, but
Hmm.
yeah, it's just I believe I asked them to show me something, and that's what I got for
Yeah.
Christmas. A Christmas kind of gift. And I got this at Tracy's house. We were taking photos out in the back, and this guy shows up for me a lot when I'm there. This extraterrestrial right here, this ET face, and you can see this dude on his shoulder that shows up when I'm there too, in my photos. And have you gotten this guy in your photos?
I don't know. I'm not
Okay,
sure.
okay. Um, so this was I believe the first one. And after that, he seems to show up when I'm there. I
Yeah,
say he 'cause that's what it feels like. Huh?
I think he belongs to you.
Yeah. Follows me around. These guys follow me around. Yeah. And then this one,
Yeah, I love that one.
yeah, here I am in the pouring down rain. And this I can see it, which might be that other being that we just saw, but it's a face of looks like an ET, um, looking looking down at me. I have to sit back to see it. Yeah, and just all the colors of it because I asked them to show themselves, and I put my camera on timer and got that.
Yeah, the blue is
Yeah,
amazing.
it's so pretty. And yeah, whoops. I mean that this is what they surround us with, and that's why we feel so giddy.
Yeah.
This kind of stuff. Yeah. And so this guy is pretty prominent, I think, right
Hmm.
here, and this guy right here too.
Yep.
Yeah. And these guys, this one looks to me like he's looking to our right, and with a console in front of him,
Right.
like a console, and with someone behind him. And there might be other beings behind him. It's hard to, I don't know if, because these are like light ships. So, or at least how the camera's capturing it. Um, so that's pretty cool. And this looks like a fairy to me. Uh, I could have worked with this more, but I see her hair right here, the wings, the body, and her arms up, her hand and arm. Can you see that all right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Angel fairy.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, some kind of winged female I feel, with that one, with her head turned away from me or, looking the other way.
Right.
Yeah. And here's my fairy. I love this fairy
Hmm.
or winged being. small winged being. Um, and I didn't put the original up here, but it was very small. It was kind of small in the photo in the backyard, and the little butt right there. And he's had the wings and looking sideways with some hair on his head. Feels like a little male being to me. Who knows? But in his arms down here. It's like a little wind up toy.
Yeah, it does.
That's just so cool.
That one's awesome.
Yeah. Oh, in this video, okay. So my boyfriend, um, he knows whatever I do out there when I'm out there taking photos, and he goes, "Well, I'll miss out there and see if I can get something." And he's with his cell phone, right? And he was sitting there outside, and I was inside, and he saw something coming at him with the naked eye, and he got his cell phone out, and he got this weird thing, and I heard him yelling for me, "Come, you gotta see what I got." It's only 30 seconds, 37, 6 seconds long, but it's pretty crazy. So first time he goes out there, right? Yeah. Okay, so here it is. And excuse the language. Some kind of lighted. Uh, I'll play it again.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
and he's not moving the phone
No,
either.
he's not moving the phone.
So it's kind of darting around.
Right. And I did slow it down, but Tracee said it was kind of blurry, and it also, but you can see, and I'll play it again, but you can see where it's shining like a spotlight down on the ground. Okay, so it's coming up again, and yeah, shoot, yeah, whoops, I started it over. I mean, look at that. I mean, that's not clear, but look at those lights on it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a little flying saucer. It's a freaking little flying saucer, and there's a bean in it. And when I took stills of it, yeah, it's just crazy. Little flying saucer.
Yep.
It's kind of what we get still photos of with those beans in them. That's crazy.
Yeah, and cell phones are great for video. So
Yeah.
I've I've gotten a lot of interesting things from my cell phone on video. But you
Hmm.
want to make sure you turn your light on. I don't think he had
He didn't.
the light
He
on.
didn't have his flash on. Yeah, this thing was lit up already because he
Right.
saw it with the naked eye, and he's like, "What is that?" And then he got his phone out, and and so it's like it was there for him, you know?
Right.
Yeah, and so and then it just turned its lights off, and he's
Yeah, and he said, "What the f is that?" Right.
yeah, what the F is that?
So I think you have the sound off, but
Oh, okay, yeah. No, I heard it. It
okay.
was low, but, yeah, and it just darts around. At one point, it comes up real quick up here and then goes away. So
So
anyway,
Kazia wants to know how big was it and how far from his face was it?
we have no idea. Can't tell.
Okay.
Yeah, can't tell. It's, uh, don't know. He just saw a light. Didn't know what it was. How do
Right.
I Yeah, there we go. Okay, this is into apparitions. Now, this is when I was in real estate and I was taking pictures of the front porch of a house that I was looking at, and which was abandoned and whoops. Um, and when I took this photo of the front porch, I'm wearing a black jacket. This was not a reflection of me. I'm wearing a hat, but this has um, something on it, and it I felt yucky in that house. It was like it was a hoarder house, which okay, that's fine, but the energy was like, I don't want you here. So what I feel very strongly is that this spirit overlaid my reflection, and made it look like he was carrying a rifle right there, right?
Right.
It looks like some kind of patches or pins on a hat, and this looks like a hunting jacket or something,
Mm-hmm.
where he used something to overlay because I was wearing a black jacket. Um, and it was creepy when I saw it. And here's a close up. And that's not me. He's got like a mustache here, some beard. Now, this is my hair, but there's even this side is different than this side.
Yeah, it's very strange.
Yeah, it's kind of creepy looking. And the face is shaped different than mine and everything like that. So it's just to use my reflection, and spirit will do that. And then this one, um, which is one of my favorite photos of all time. Now, this was at a mediumship retreat, and my roommate at the time took this with her iPhone, just pointed up in the sky, and we were trying to get orbs. This was in the very beginning, before Tracee and I even started doing what we do, and she got this by pointing up into the sky. This is not a person standing there. There was no one there that even looked like that. But this is the original. And then I blew it up a little bit right here, zoomed in, and realized after a little while, I know who that is. uh, and realized it was this person right here, who is our stepfather. And he likes to show up with these glasses on for me when I see him in spirit, because he had passed on. He wasn't, yeah, he had died. And he likes to do things like this.
Yeah, he would.
Yeah, totally. I mean, the chin, the bottom lip, the glasses, the nose, it's just pretty obvious. The hairline.
Well, that was about 10 years after he passed, right?
Yeah.
More than that. I can't remember.
Um, well, he died 98, so it was at least 10,
Okay.
15 years. Yeah. Yeah. So that is one of the best apparition pictures I have seen.
Right. Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Okay, Tracee, you're up.
Okay. Well, this to me looked like a strange being with a mask on.
It does, doesn't it?
It was during COVID when that came up. So it looks like the mask is only over his mouth.
Yeah.
So what does that mean? I don't know, but that's why I'm sharing that one.
That's funny. Yeah, that's funny. I love
And
that.
then this one is, I call it one of my 3D orbs, and it looks to me like a being standing behind some kind of, craft console or something like
Mhm,
that. I don't know, but
mhm.
it was just so 3D that I
Yeah,
thought I'd share it.
yeah, I love that one. See the eyes, the head. Yeah, it's just pretty prominent.
And that's the small version of my dog Ruby, who passed. I think this was about a year after she passed. I saw this, and you'll see a close up of it.
Look how gorgeous that is.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
it's,
an amazing orb.
yeah. And here she is.
So I saw it right away, and I've shown it to people, and they're like, "I don't see it. I don't see it." So I circled it.
Yeah,
So she has her mouth open.
right
She's
here.
facing the same direction.
Yeah,
Um,
there's her nose,
it's
her
yeah.
eyes.
Ruby and I were very close. She was
Yeah.
almost 15 when she passed. So that was very special. And I call it Ruby in the Sky with Diamonds. It kind of looks like diamonds to me,
Totally.
or a diamond.
Yeah. Yeah, I love that. So, yeah, here's her mouth right here, tongue, her nose, eyes, her head, even that crevice right there, like over here,
Mm-hmm.
right there. Yeah, it's and the colors down here. It's gorgeous. Ruby.
And then this one, as you can see, looked like ET to me. So the middle one is just a close up of it.
Mhm.
And orbs do have a sense of humor.
Oh, yeah.
So they love to be around children and animals and parties and laughter and music and that kind of stuff because it's all
Mhm.
high vibration.
Mhm.
So I think they use their humor too to
Right.
to show things to us.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, I love that.
And this is a friend of ours, Nancy Myers, who um, is an amazing orb photographer, and
Mhm.
he thinks she got Shrek in this orb.
Kinda looks like that.
Hmm.
They do like to play.
Yes, they do. And this
Yeah.
one I took at the SETI Ranch in Trout Lake, Washington. And I just saw a strange being in it and decided to do a little bit of research and found a Pleiadian.
Mhm.
Um, what maybe they're supposed to look like. I don't know.
Some of them. Yeah.
Yeah, so I just shared that on there, and I saw kind of a resemblance there.
Totally. You can see the head here, right here,
Hmm.
and the concaveness of it right there, and the
Yep.
pointy ears right here. Yeah, and the chin. And it's even wearing a long collar, a high collar, looks
Yep.
like. Yeah. Yeah, that's cool.
And then this one was pretty prominent face. This is one of my first face orbs that I
Yeah.
got probably 5 years ago.
Yeah, it's a little distorted, but it looks very prominent.
Hmm.
Uh, Angel.
And then this is one of my angels here. Just felt like an angel being to me.
Angelic light being, whatever we wanna call it, but yeah, it's
Hmm.
gorgeous.
And another one, and you can see how bright that is.
Yeah.
So it's pretty, like Sharon said, it's pretty startling when
Mhm.
they show up, and they just flash for a millisecond. When
Yeah,
you take your picture, they flash and show up for you.
right. And these what Tracee coined veils down here and here, um, down here, if I can get my mouse down here, we believe maybe that these might be, uh, coverings of portals kinda thing, and when the portal opens, this energy drops off or opens. It's the covering of a portal, if that makes any sense. We talked about these in our last presentation, portals and
Hmm.
vortices, and so there seems to be some correlation with these. They seem to be present a lot when these bright lights show up.
Right.
Yeah, bright light beings moving through portals or having to break through the veil. I guess we could call these, yeah, veils, breaking through the veil.
Yep. Uh-huh.
Hello. Oh, I love that.
And this was a screenshot I took of a video that I captured at Ascetti Ranch. I just felt like it looked like an angel.
Mhm. If you don't know what a SETI Ranch is, it's in Washington State. Uh, it's a ranch where you can go and skywatch and uh, rent cabin, or not a cabin, but yes, a quarter. I guess you can get a cabin, but on
Yeah,
the property, and
the
do
room.
skywatch. Yeah.
room or tent. You can even rent a tent
Mhm.
with an air
Yeah.
mattress.
It's at the base of the what's the name of that? Okay, I can't talk.
Moon
The
Adams.
Thank you. Mount Adams. Yeah. And
It stands for um, enlightened contact with extraterrestrial
there
intelligence.
you go.
So
Yeah.
ECETI.
It's amazing, and you'll
An
always see
amazing
ships in the
place.
sky. You'll
Yeah.
always see ships or something. You'll see something. And, it's in Troutdale,
Trout
Washington.
Lake.
Trout Lake, I'm sorry, Trout Lake,
Yeah.
Washington. Yeah. I'm going there on the 22nd, September 22nd.
Yay.
So if anyone wants to meet me there, I'll be there for the weekend.
And just another angel like being.
Just another
Just
angel.
another. Oh, just another. You can move through these pretty fast. There's really nothing to
No,
there's nothing to
no,
explain. They're
they're
just visual.
angels. How many
They're just
times do we get to
visual.
see angels? Okay.
They're mainly visual things. And that looks to me like a portal. I don't
Yeah,
know why, but it just
yeah,
does.
yeah,
And that was in my front yard.
yeah. Just another angel.
Just another angel.
Everyday thing.
And that was taken with a different camera. If you go back, you can see it. It's a little bit more colorful.
Yeah.
And some of the cameras I use show more color than the S100. So
What camera was this?
this was with the Sony. I can always tell by the orbs because the orbs always look the same or look different than
Yeah.
S100.
Okay. Okay. Just another angel.
Just another angel.
Oh yeah, just
Yeah.
another angel.
And that was one of my first bright beings that I captured that blew me away.
Yeah.
That was in my front yard.
Right. See lens flare here.
Hmm.
That's awesome. That pink, blue. Ooh, man, I love that.
Yeah, another one in our front yard. And that was with a different camera also. That was with my Nikon 8800. So that it picked up colors a little bit more too.
And all the orbs are purple.
All the orbs are purple.
That is crazy. They're all purple.
And that's me. I put that on a tripod.
Oh yeah, here you are. This
Yeah,
is her reflection.
it's my reflection.
This is Tracee's reflection in the higher planes. So
Yeah,
she's
there you
reflecting
go.
that.
So I'm
She,
looking up and
yeah.
not knowing that that's there, but then it shows up.
Look at all that lens flare, all the colors right there.
Hmm.
So yeah, so this is the real Tracee, which is sending this message down to the earth plane that this is the earth plane Tracee.
I hope.
Why not? Of
I
course. We're
mean,
all
you see that, and now people can understand how we feel so high vibration
yeah,
after taking these photos because they're there
right.
and filling us with light.
They are. They're interacting with us.
Hmm.
Yeah. And how can you not feel good with when you're surrounded by that?
Right.
How can you get sick? You can't. How can you hurt?
Yeah. I mean, it's got to be a cure.
Yeah. Well, yeah, light
Love a
is.
cure. Yeah.
Right. How can you feel bad? You just can't. And
My this was in the snow, and it looked like a seahorse to me. So that I seem to get sea
yes.
creature type beings a lot. I
Mhm.
don't know why, but looked like a seahorse.
Mhm. And there's a face right here. I just noticed that.
Oh yeah, yep.
Yeah. There's a face in the seahorse. Yeah, that's awesome. You've got the eyes. They I love the way they do that. More sea
And
creature.
yeah, I just felt like that looked like a starfish.
Yeah. She does in her area. You know, that's another thing is that there's three criteria we believe that that make the photo is, well, the camera, the photographer, and the area, right?
Right.
Yeah. Tracee seems to get a lot of sea type of stuff, like she's living in an ocean, like underwater in an ocean.
Mhm.
I seem to get more in where I live. I get more land animals for some reason.
Yeah.
I mean, I live on the river, which is uh, interesting, but I don't live. But I don't seem to get sea creatures like Tracee does. I get more land animals, but that's cool. And this is some kind
Yeah.
of a,
Like a seahorse or something. I don't know.
yeah,
Just,
yeah,
and just more craziness. Maybe
right.
an octopus or something.
Like an octopus over here. Yeah,
Hmm.
and this one definitely.
That one definitely looks like an octopus. Yeah.
Mhm. With a baby, maybe.
Yeah.
And then there's all kinds of things in here, different types of beings or anomalies.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Squid, maybe.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, I love that.
And that looks like a horse to me. Some kind of horse being.
Yeah,
And if you can see that, that is a peace sign in the middle of
mhm,
that plasma.
mhm.
There, I have an arrow pointing to it.
Which means that this is sentient
Yes.
because it is sending that peace sign.
Yep. And I
Wow.
don't know what's in this plasma, but I think there's a lot.
Yeah.
And I just don't know. And Sharon and I were having the conversation that, there's probably beings in there what we just don't recognize.
Right. They don't have to be in human form or any kind of a physical type form that we think they need to be.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just because we are light in nature, so
Right.
you know it would show up that way. Can show up that way.
Just another one.
Another one.
Those were
Yeah.
taken with my Sony.
Yeah.
Sony seems to pick up the colors in the plasma. It's a Sony W55, I believe, and you can buy them on eBay. And
Right.
it's kind of like a snake.
There's a snake with its mouth open.
Yep.
Yep. Mm.
Couple little creatures
Mm-hmm.
peeking out
Mm-hmm. Right here. Right here.
with big
Those big
eyes.
eyes. Yeah. See a lot of that. Couple
And there's
there.
faces there. Yep.
And our dude.
Yep. That's my Jesus orb.
Yes. I love that
And you
so
can see
much.
how small it is. So I
Right.
showed the original there, and it's not very big, but um, it's very concentrated.
Mhm. Yeah. It's gorgeous.
And that to me looks like Archangel, maybe Archangel Michael with
Mhm.
sunglasses.
I know, right? Right there.
You can see
No
the wings, and
wings.
maybe
Yeah.
there has a bald head or his hair's pulled back.
Looks like his hair is pulled back to me, but
Yeah.
yeah, who knows? But yeah, that's cool. The wings right here.
And then we're going to show some photos of Merlina Marcan, who she has done a lot of research on orbs and pulling out sentient being heads out of orbs. And she took this photo of mine and pulled out some, I think, one head out of this one. So the next one you can see his head. He seems to be wearing a crown.
He's the king,
She's
the
he's
king of orbs.
yeah. So she does amazing work. I mean, and he's
Hmm.
smiling. You can see he's smiling.
Yeah.
So she just does incredible work, and we've been honored to have um, some of our photos. Yeah, she just grabs photos here and there and decides to work on them,
Right.
and doesn't charge anybody for it.
Right.
It's just
We've
yeah,
had her. We've had her on our channel before. Where
yep,
she's had some presentations with us.
yep. And she's in Australia,
Yeah.
but she does amazing work.
And she has a book about her with her work
Yeah,
too.
it's the book is incredible,
Yeah.
and
Oh,
there's another one where she
wow.
pulled
Yeah.
some heads out of that one, and that one has more than one.
Yeah. So it's some kind of a craft
Yeah,
with these beings in it.
and that's just one of the heads that she um, kind of highlighted.
Yeah. I wonder if a lot of times these are eye coverings to protect their eyes.
Possibly, yeah.
Yeah.
And she's not sharing her method
Method.
because
Yeah.
she's waiting for the science community to accept it first.
Right.
So she has a special method. She calls it the MFT method.
She's waiting for science to catch up.
Yep,
Another one.
another one.
That's your photo, right?
Yes.
Yeah. All these beings right here. That one is
And we just have,
pretty
what, about
clearly.
5 more photos left?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we're getting close to the end here.
Yeah. And this is my photo.
Beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah. With a sentient being in it. She worked on that one. Brought this through this guy right here.
Right. And there's another one with just one head.
Yeah, just one head within that.
And she's actually seen whole communities in some of
Yes.
the orbs. And
Yeah.
it's interesting that some of them only have one being, and others
Hmm.
have communities, and others have, maybe small families or
Well,
whatever.
she brought that out in here. That one's has a community.
Yeah.
All these, that's a community right here.
Yep. And they
Or
look like they're all wearing some kind of headgear.
yeah, or a crew, you know?
Mm-hmm.
'Cause I mean, it looks like a ship, just an energy ship kind of thing. So that
Yeah.
might be the crew. There's Captain Janeway and
Yeah.
the rest of her crew. And that's it. The Orb Sisters.
Yes.
Okay. And I go back here, stop share.
Okay. Well, I hope y'all enjoyed it. We always enjoy going through our photos because, we don't look at them for a while. And then when we have to pull some out, it's like, oh, I forgot about this one. Oh, yeah, what about this one? So it's fun to share them with everybody.
Yeah. Yeah, totally. So if you have any comments before we
Yeah, any
say
questions?
goodnight or questions, feel free.
Oh, can you see the comments now?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. Well,
Thank you,
hopefully that
SR.
was
Thank you, Kazia. Kazia, is that how you say it? It's Kazia.
Kazia. Kazia. You're welcome, Kazia. Thank you for being here. Thank you everyone for being here. Hope you enjoyed it. And
Yeah, thank you, everybody.
we would love for you to go out and take your pictures and we'll have you on here and you can show your pictures.
Yes, for sure. We want the
Yeah,
community to grow.
take your
Orb
own.
community.
Right, we do. We do. And join our Facebook page if you're not already on our Facebook page called the
Mhm.
Orb Sisters. And if you want our oracle cards, let us know. We'll send you a deck.
Yep. And if you want to learn a little more about how to take orb photos, you can go to my website at orbdiscoveries.com and go to the FAQ tab, and that'll help you get started.
Yeah. Yeah,
We
you
also have
won't
a
regret
YouTube
it.
channel, Orb Sisters, the Orb Sisters YouTube channel with videos.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, so it's a lot of fun. And you learn so much. We learn so much from our photos, and it's again, a communication. If you want to, a really good, fun way to open your third eye and develop your third eye, your clairvoyance, this is a really good way to do it.
Hmm.
Yeah, because you're connecting, and it also helps it and cultivate your intuitive abilities too.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you everyone again for being here. Thank you, Tracee. This was
Okay.
fun
Thank you
as
for
usual.
setting it up.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
And we will be back with our next presentation of whatever we come up with
Yeah.
next time. We don't know yet. It's on the fly.
Yeah.
All right, everyone. Have a good evening, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye bye.